Hey everyone, it's me, Luis. I want to go over some of the new features we've seen with the HoloAnatomy app and how it's been integrating the controllers. So first, I want to show how to connect the controllers, how to pause it, if you want to use hands-free, some of the functions of the new HoloAnatomy version, 25.10.1, and then show you how your controllers are going to be used with this new HoloAnatomy app. So let's just jump in first, look into the settings of connecting your controllers and making sure you have the correct settings on. So you saw I went to quick settings, the settings gear, and then I'm going to go to make sure that my environment is correct for this, or sorry, my movement tracking is on for my controller and hand tracking use. So I like to turn this on, double tap controllers for hand tracking. This allows me to double tap my controllers and now I can use my hands again. I think it's really convenient if you want to kind of go back and forth between those two modes. Just know that controllers are only for those who are checking out the devices. As of now, the HoloAnatomy app likes to use the controllers to use the pointer, and I'll show you what that looks like. But in lab, it's all hands-free. So once we have the movement tracking on and we're good to go, now we want to connect our controllers. So let's say these weren't connected. What you would do is go to Bluetooth, manage your devices, it'll take you to your controllers, and then you would hit pair controllers. So these are already paired, right? But what it has you do is it has you press the Y and this lift button. It has you hold it for 4 seconds. It'll vibrate. You'll see a blinking light, and then this left controller will connect first. It might update the firmware of the controller, and then it'll say paired. Next, it'll have you do your right hand controller, holding B and the meta icon for 4 seconds until it vibrates, and you'll see this white light turn on. Once it vibrates, you'll see this kind of view of my hands and my controller showing this kind of holographic controller with my fingers. That just shows that you have control, or your controllers are on. Once you have that done, you're good to go. And now you can alternate between the controllers and then hands-free. So just to access your controllers again, you'll just lift them up to your face and you'll see these blue kind of indicators of your controllers. So some of the new things we're seeing with this application is this private session. This will allow you to access your sessions in an offline mode, which is nice. You don't need to use the group session, which is online. You won't experience any dropouts because it's all offline. The thing is, usually anything we publish will first show up in the group session, and then after a while, after it's been published for a longer time, you'll find it under the private session, but it won't sync as quickly as the online group session will. So when you're studying on your own, if you want to use the pointer, I recommend group session. But if you don't want to use a pointer and want to access your slides hands-free, use a private session, usually when you're on your own. But if you're studying as a group or want to use that function that I'll show you right now, you'll use group session. So let's go into group session, open up a random session just to show you what that pointer looks like and how to use some of the controls with this controller that we usually do with our hands. So one thing to know is how to record a video as well. Usually I want you to record or take pictures while you have this app running. So you're going to press your meta button, or you're going to do that movement of touching your thumb and index fairly quickly. You'll see here you have a take a photo or recording. When you do that, it's very important that when you hit take a photo, you unpause quickly and then take a photo of your scene. Sometimes you might just hit take a photo and then it'll take a screenshot of this view. It's always important, once you click this button, you'll see a red light indicating the timer, and then you'll kind of resume into whatever view you wanted to take a picture of. If you take a video right here, you'll see it'll say recording, and you'll see this red light kind of blinking on your right side, kind of in the corner. It'll blink or it'll stay stagnant depending on whether you're casting or recording. But when that red light's gone, it's just showing you that it's done recording. You'll find your videos under gallery, under the hidden tab here, and then all apps is where you'll find HoloAnatomy and your original applications. But if you want to find your videos, you'll go to gallery here, and then you can connect a USB-C port to your laptop, preferably a Windows laptop, and then you connect that to the lateral side of your left port here. So you have a port on your lateral side here on the left side of your lens. Use that. The port in the back that we show students, that is for your external battery pack. If you want to charge your device, we recommend using that port back there for the charging. But for importing or exporting images from your Quest to your laptop, use the USB-C port that's on the lateral left side of your lens. Connect it here. Make sure you wear it on because you'll see a notification telling you to accept. That just lets your device connect to your laptop. On your laptop, you will get up a notification saying that your device is connected. What do you wish to do with it? And then you can download all your files to your laptop. So it's important you follow those steps when you're done recording a video kind of for practice. You're connecting the port to your laptop, to the lateral left side of your Quest, and then making sure you're allowing the notifications that you get on your Quest. Once you have those notifications allowed, you'll take it off, and now you can add all those videos into your laptop, into your OneDrive or personal USB drive. So now we're in a Holo session. Another thing we get is issues with the boundaries. I want to make this very clear that anytime you wanna do your boundary, make sure you're within the app, not out. So sometimes we get a circle. This is the stationary boundary. We never want this. But if this happens, this should be a quick fix. All you need to do is pause the app, go to your quick settings here, go to your boundaries, and then just switch to room scale. And now you can see my room scale is over there. So I should be doing my video over there, which I will do. If you don't like your boundary, then you can redraw it, and that'll be your boundary moving on, right? So I want you to really kind of keep this in mind as we move forward. I don't want you to be doing your boundary before or after. It should be once you're within the app. So this boundary is kind of weird, and you can see now that I've adjusted my boundary the way I want it, now my anchors have kind of mixed. So I started from over there to over here. So whenever you're doing your Holo session, make sure before you start that you have the correct boundary. Once you have your correct boundary, then you can go ahead and do the anchor setup and correctly set up your hologram wherever you want. So here you can see I've moved my items. I'm gonna unpause over there just by hitting the meta button. And now you can see I'm in my space again, right? Something to know with the controllers, if you plan to use them to grab, you're gonna use this middle trigger here, just like this. To select, you're gonna use your index trigger. So here you can see I'm pressing the index trigger to move back and forth. To grab though, I'm gonna use the middle trigger, and I can use the middle trigger of both hands to magnify and grab it with both hands, rotate it however I want. And this is the one thing that the hands-free doesn't have, is this pointer. So if you're starting with a group, use that group session and use the controllers so you can use the pointer. But if not, we in class we're able to give you this pointer here if you want to use this as well. So you can see that tapping created the hands-free motion. Now I picked my controllers up, and now I'm back to my controllers. So just keep that in mind. If you're using the controllers, trigger means pressing, and instead of using your palm, you're going to use your controller, and you use the menu here. So trigger, index trigger to move, and then middle trigger to grab. So keep that in mind if you plan to use these controllers. And that's pretty much all I have for this video. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. I'm always happy to help in terms of working the meta software and hardware, and then the HoloAnatomy. So good luck. I'll see you all in lab.